Okay, I'm getting Iono. So this is where it all could fall apart on me. What was that? What was that? My Palafin, which was so he's still a Minior, and now he's, I mean, Let's Uncommon Fossil, taking a look at the Palafin EX deck that we've gotten as the free deck in the Summer Bash. I'm not sure if we'll get more stuff or not. There are some new catchphrases. Now I've kind of added those to my profile. Why not? Doesn't really matter either way. But the big thing is this deck, and this probably is the big thing I expect from the Summer Bash, although we don't fully know everything yet. So Palafin EX, I've held off crafting it for two reasons. One, Pokemon told us we were going to be getting this as a deck in June, so I waited for that. And then secondly, Palafin EX has not been working well in live, and hopefully they fix that out, because otherwise lots of Palafin EX decks in play, causing all sorts of game-breaking glitches. Won't be good, but we'll find out about that when we play the game. So Palafin EX, tremendous stat line, 340 HP on a stage 1, and for 1 water energy, does 250 damage, can't attack the following turn, but you know, you can double switch to deal with that. And there's a lot of Pokemon that have that limitation. So 340 HP, 1 energy, does 250, stage 1, busted. But here's the tricky part, and it's a bit of a gimmick, but it also needs to be tricky because otherwise it is just way too good. It has the ability Hero Spirit, put this Pokemon into play only with the effect of Palafin's 0 to Hero ability. So a different Palafin, which is also a stage 1, of course, has the ability 0 to Hero. Once during your turn, when this Pokemon moves from the active spot to the bench, you may search your deck for a Palafin EX and switch it with this Pokemon. Any attached cards, damage counters, special conditions, turns in play, and other effects remain on the new Pokemon. If you switch to Pokemon in this way, put this card into your deck, then shuffle your deck. So we're having to have this Palafin in the active. We need to have a way to switch it to the bench. Then it can become the EX. We'll attach the energy manually, probably. Although if it already has energy attached, it does stay attached to it. And then we need to find a way to swing that EX from the bench into the active. So there's a lot of switching bench to active, active to bench. And that's the concern with this deck. They have done some things to help deal with that. Mew EX, which has free retreat, right? We can attack with it with genome hacking, and you can draw up to 3 cards in hand once per turn with restart, but part of it is a pivot with free retreat. Tatsugiri, which has some benefit. Attract customer. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is the active spot, you may look at the top 6 cards in your deck, reveal the supporter you find there, put it into your hand. So a Pokemon that wants to be in the active spot at one point during your turn, but you're not attacking with it. So again, it wants to be in the active and swing to the bench. So that has some value as well. And then we're also playing this Iron Valiant in the deck. It likes to swing back and forth because Tachyon bits once during your turn when this Pokemon moves from your bench to the active spot, you may put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon, so that's good there. Of course, you then have to retreat to the bench, so you know there's ways to help that. And then we also play a Minior, which we can attack with it, although it's not doing big damage a lot of the time, but it may be useful in some matchups. And then once during your turn, this Pokemon's on your bench, when you attach an energy card from your hand to this Pokemon, you may switch it with your active Pokemon. So attach an energy, swings into the active. So a basic water will swing in the active. We also play some Jet Energies. Jet Energy switches anyway, so that ability's, you know, the retreat cost is 2 though, so I don't really love the Minior, honestly, but that's the far flying Meteor, which I'm not loving that in the deck, but we'll see how it actually plays out. 1 Lumineon V, search your deck when on play for any supporter, that's good there, and a Manaphy just to protect the bench. So that's the Pokemon. They have some things to try to synergize with the switching, although I don't think it's quite the way I'd like to play it. 5 basic water energies because we're attacking for 1 energy mostly, so not a lot of energy though. So that's another concern. Do we get energy into hand to attack, right? It's only 1 energy cost to attack, but if you can't get that energy in your hand, you can't pay the attack cost, right? And then 2 Jet Energy just helps with the switching use. When you attach it to the Pokemon on the bench, it swings in the active, and then if the retreat cost is 1, you can just retreat it back. So that can take care of the double switch that we need as well. All right, getting into the trainers here, the supporters for Irida. I'd expect that in a water deck, so it's your deck for water Pokemon and an item card, so very good here. And then kind of a mix of 2 ofs of 3 very staple supporters, kind of a generic build. 2 Professor's Research, 2 Ionos, 2 Boss's Orders, all good, but, you know, we'll see. Some cards to help with the switching, 4 basic switch cards. That's good there. 2 rescue boards, retreat cost is reduced by 1, or if it's 30 or HP is 30 or less, there's no retreat cost. Future booster energy capsule only works on the Iron Valiant, but it gives any future Pokemon free retreat, so some value there. Although 2 copies of a tool that only works on 1 Pokemon, I don't know if I love that. And 3 switch carts, you switch a basic from the bench. From the active to the bench, so it'll switch out a basic Pokemon, not an evolution. So that's why I have 4 of the basic switch and just 3 of this. It does heal 30 in the process, which is good. A copy of Town Store to get one of the tools. Rescue Board, future booster energy capsule. Oh, Prime Catcher as well. Right, you switch your opponents, you switch your own, so another switch, a little more switching there. 1 Techno Radar, discard a card from hand, search your deck for up to 2 future Pokemon. We only play the 1 future Pokemon, so does it make a lot of sense in this deck? Probably not. You know, I think Nest Ball would probably be better, right? Because then we could also get something like a Mew EX or any other basic Pokemon. So I'm not sure why they really want Techno Radar in the deck. 1 Super Rod, 1 Collapsed Stadium just helps get something like Lumineon V or such out of play, I think, is the idea there. 4 Buddy-Buddy Poffin. That you know, makes sense with these basic evolutions, these evolutions to get into play. And then one Earthen Vessel, which makes sense with Irida. Irida gets us a item card, and this will get us our energy. You know, Irida, grab the Earthen Vessel, and then you get your energy. Discard 1, search your deck for any 2 basic energy. So that's the list. A reasonable list, although to me a bit of an underwhelming list. And we'll take a look at this deck in action and see what it actually does, and see if the game works, or is the game going to break because of playing the new free deck they've given us. All right, let's see how things go here. Hopefully this game works. Tried it before. I getting it going was a little awkward, and I got a little confused about how it's supposed to play it, I gotta say. So my fault. But also, somehow, I ended up with 2 games of Pokemon TCG Live open at once, and that wasn't good. And I don't know what's with that. So was that just me bumbling around and misclicking, or was that the Palafins just going insane? Am I first or second, by the way? Let's see here. I'm second. All right, I'll push him to the active spot. I don't know if that's going to be good. All right, a couple mulligans. All right, so Reggie Drago. Okay. I mean, Reggie Drago's good, right? Reggie Drago is very solid. I've played it if you follow this channel. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. So, all right, so the Mimikyu. I might. This gets a little tricky though, because I need to. Okay. So this is not Reggie. Was that? So it's Raging Bolt. Okay, I thought I saw. Did I see some other Dragon Pokemon? Maybe I did not. Maybe I just misread it. All right, I thought I saw. Let's see. Okay, I did see Goodra. Okay, so Reggie Drago, I assume Ogerpon, and maybe 1 Raging Bolt. I don't really know what the deal is here, right? So I think I do want to I need to give him a poke, right? The problem is that the stage 2 does not do any more damage than the stage 1. So, the basic stage 1 doesn't do any more damage than the stage 2, right? So, do I want to get I'll drop down a Tatsugiri, I think would be good. Drop Drop down another one of these guys. I don't even know if do I really want to Irida? I'm kind of happy here, right? I could, maybe I wanna, oh, he's prized though. I'm not thrilled about that. Not thrilled about that at all. Okay, so grab Lumineon because he could be good for next turn. And an item. Grab a Prime Catcher, right? That seems solid. Or a Switch, actually. And I will just attack. He can't attack next turn, but I can attack for 30 more. Maybe I should, you know what? I should have grabbed the Prime Catcher because then I could smack into the EX, right? That's kind of what I'm thinking. So we will see. I could, you know, if I hit into them. Okay, so they play Pokemon League headquarters. That's not terrible for me, though, right? So that increases the Raging Bolt cost, though, right? But I do have the stage 1. I'm going to need to... Okay, I have 2 Palafins. That's actually kind of nice there. I need some energy, right? I was hoping to get the... Okay, so I'll evolve this guy as well. Kind of works out, right? And I do think I just want to attack into them here. Because this Mimikyu is really annoying to me. I have 2 Palafins set up, though, so that's good. So we'll see what happens. Obviously... Alright, they get rid of the Mimikyu. You know, I just want to, I want to blow up this, the other Palaf. You know, I want to blow up the Raging Bolt. I'd like to keep this Palafin with the 2 energies. I'd like to keep him with 2 energies, though. I really would. But this is super awesome. Okay, so this just gives me game. They didn't drop down the Mimikyu, which they maybe should have, because now I just win the game. I have double switch, right? So that should be exactly what I need. So I don't attack, and the ability is just checking, so switch to the bench. I will... That's another switch, so it's fine, doesn't matter. So 0 to hero. Yes, I would like to use it. Awesome. It gave me the right selection, Palafin EX. And now I just... switch back into the active, and it all looks like it's working as well. Sure, why don't I get 2 in play? All right, they both work. That is super nice, and I will now just... They concede. So, got the win. Obviously, my opponent didn't set up. Doing 250 meant Raging Bolt's 240 HP, which is obviously very tanky for a basic Pokemon, but able to one-shot him with Palafin EX. So the deck worked and live worked as well, so a double win in that regard. All right, see how this game goes. Everything worked smoothly last game, so that's super nice. One of the things I don't like in live, look, there's a lot of things that live needs a lot of work, so this is a nitpick compared to all these things that don't actually work right. But so I get to go first. That's good. So, like, my opponent is the one that has the coin toss. So their coin flip to who started. If I flip a coin on my turn, I should be using my coin. I should get to, enjoy the art of my coin to that extent. It's not a big deal. Functionally, it doesn't matter. But, I shouldn't be using my opponent's coin for the coin tosses on my turn. That's not the way IRL play works and such. So Ogerpon. This is not okay. This is a good start here. Hopefully I don't get knocked out, of course. So I will drop down. Let's think. I need to... I'm going to drop down a Tatsugiri, actually. You know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do the 70 HP instead of the 50. I think that's the better play. That's good. So if he's, you know, I can evolve. If this hand's good, I evolve him. Then I retreat to the bench. I have to evolve before I retreat. Okay, it's this Pokemon, right? It has to be the Palafin, has to move from the bench to the active. I mean, from the active to the bench, so which means I have to use Switch. I can't use Switch Cart, but then I'll promote the Tatsugiri, which then lets me look for a supporter, which I will do. I might just gust up that Raging Bolt EX though, because he's the big foe here, right? I assume. Hopefully I don't get Iono'd here, because I actually have the pieces I need. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully they, you know, if they knock out my active, I can still make it work. I have to get an energy though. I have to draw energy. Either draw into it for draw for turn, or with supporter off Tatsugiri. Then I can't use the boss if I don't draw into energy. So hopefully I don't get knocked out. So my opponent they didn't play the supporter yet, right? They grabbed the Sada's Vitality. They have energy in discard, so I guess they had to get the energy in the discard before they could play their Sada's Vitality, right? They didn't have any energy prior to that, so that's why they Ultra Ball to get energy in the discard, and we'll see what happens. Now, obviously, you know, Raging Bolt's a very good deck, so there's a decent chance they get the knockout. They just need to manually attach energy this turn, right? They, right, or did they already attach? They must have attached already, right? No, they didn't attach. They used the teal mask, so that gives them the retreat cost. They have the Sada's Vitality. They're going to accelerate to 2 Pokemon. Boom and boom, and then they need just 1 energy of either type. Of either, like, okay, so they missed the knockout, liking that a lot. Really do like that a lot. So evolve you. I will switch into the Tatsugiri. Grab something with you. I'll use 0 to hero ability. Yes, I very much want to use that. Super great there. Okay, good. Seemed to work. Right, yep, okay, so let me draw. Let me see if I can get a card. I don't draw a card. Yeah, I'll grab the Irida. How do I want to work? I mean, I could just take out the active and then Irida to something else. That's always possible as well, right? Let me do that. Let me evolve again here. Palafin. Actually, I can. Let's see. I don't have energy at the moment, though, do I? So I could Palafin, and do I have Prime Catcher? I'll do that. Okay, so I could take out a Raging Bolt as well now. So. Do I want to? I think I'm just happy smacking it to him, though, aren't I? I've kind of made this a weird play now, haven't I? So let me take out one of these guys. I'll send you up. I will switch. So now I have the knockout. Get my next Palafin EX set up. I need to power him up, though. So that part's a little scary. All right, live is working, though, at the moment, so pleased about that. And take the knockout. Can't attack next turn now. And this is, you know, the 250 numbers against these, what is it? Gouging... Raging Bolt. Sorry, I get these Pokemon all mixed up. But gouging, Raging Bolt. Sorry, Raging Bolt. I just one-shot these guys. Now, they can have the tool, right? They can have the Ancient Booster Energy Capsule, and I don't one-shot them, and that is a big deal. Now, why would they do that? That one doesn't make a lot of sense, right? Squawkabilly, like, they can attack with Squawkabilly. It does 20 damage, and accelerates in energy is 1 up to 2 energy. So they accelerate energies, but I really don't think they want to do that. So this is... So I have Lumineon V, so that's good as well. So they might just knock me out here. And that's okay. I have the follow-up knockout though, and I really don't know why. I think Squawkabilly was a mistake on their part. I think they think it's a mistake too. I would think. I mean, maybe they're, they may be a newer, inexperienced player. Maybe there's some logic behind it that I'm missing. In which case, feel free to let me know in the comments if when I say I don't understand why someone does something. Now, if I later on and like a turn from now say, oh, I get it, there's no point in saying it then, right? But if I'm missing something, it's always good for me to understand these things, to learn and grow, and other people watching it too, right? Want to have some fun playing some Pokemon, but want to learn, grow, develop. So I have to switch though. So if I'm not knocked out, I then have to Lumineon V to get a switch, right? And the deck plays 4 switch. I'm down 2 though. So all right, they're gonna knock me out. So that's okay. It's a little scary though. It is a little scary. So I'll Tatsugiri for an Irida, hopefully and grab an Irida. That's my goal. I'll set up, assuming that they knock me out. Did they play a supporter? I lose track with these. Okay, so they're gonna Sadas. No, they already played Sadas. So, they probably. I don't. Since you already played your supporter, usually you want to hold off on playing your Pokegear, right? Because so they're gonna knock me out. I assume they got to get rid of a lot of. It's 7 times. Need to get rid of 5 energies. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So they are only gonna have 1 energy left to play. I think, right? I believe there's 6 in play. I think. Yeah. So they should keep one of them on one of the Ogre Ponds, I assume, right? Unless they think I'm not going to knock them out, which I am. So they're hoping not to get knocked out, which I'm glad for that, because that means they're going to have 0 energies in play this turn. And I do have Switch Cart, so set up Tatsugiri, because if I didn't have Switch Cart, I probably would have just set up the Palafin. I really would like to Irida. I might even play Lumineon V if I don't get Irida, but I got Irida. Super awesome there. I will grab a Buddy-Buddy Poffin with that, I think. Or, well, I grab one of him, right? And what else do I want? An item. Items are good. So, I'll just grab a basic switch. This is all very nice here. Yeah, just have the switch, just getting the hand I want for next turn. So attach my energy. Why could I play that? Oh, did live glitch on me? What? I shouldn't be able to play this. This now thinks it's a basic Pokemon, doesn't it? So I'm going to play this down. Let's see. So now I just dropped my stage 1 onto the bench. I don't know why that happened, right? So it doesn't. It thinks it's some other card, probably. That's the problem, right? Oh, it thinks. Look at the text. So it thinks it's Minior. So now live has. Okay. I mean, this is where things aren't good with the game. So live is still glitched. So it thinks my Palafin's a Minior, or it thinks this. It might be a visual glitch. So hopefully I still have the Palafin in deck, right? But it thinks it's a Minior. So if I go back and look at the replay, it should show up somewhere. So let's see, it showed I played Minior to bench. Of course, visually that doesn't show. How did I get Minior into hand? That's a question, right? What card became Minior, right? So it probably has to do with one of my. So this is where I don't know. I'm just kind of scrolling through the log while my opponent is playing. I should be paying more attention, of course. I wonder what my opponent sees. Do they see a Minior or do they see Palafin, right? So I know it's Minior. I don't know if I could have told it was Minior when it was in my hand or not. So that's not ideal, of course. So a switch. I don't know if I have enough switching cards. Oh, yeah, I can make this work. So that's okay. So I should have game here. Okay, good. Did they play a supporter? Iono would have been very awkward for me because I would be down to just 2 cards in hand plus whatever I draw into, and I probably aren't the hand cards I need most likely. So we'll see what they have. Right? They ditched the They ditched Iono with Earthen Vessel. So, you know, I guess they don't want Iono because they're trying to attack with Raging Bolt, right? They want to play Sada, I assume. They need to get a Raging Bolt in play. Sada's Vitality. They still have to switch out of the active as well. So I'll probably see if I can get another Palafin in play just to see how the game is working. There is a third Palafin in deck, right? So hopefully it's not prized. I'm not certain. Energy retrieval. I mean, it makes sense in the deck, right? Because it gets back 2 energy, and then because they need to be accelerating energies to draw with the Ogerpon. So I get that. Now it should have really revealed the energies to me. The game log shows me, but you know, when they switched into the deck, all they show. Okay, I saw there were 2 grass, I think that time, right? So it showed them very quickly. It should, you know, I know the logs here. It should show them at least for a sec. You know, it should show them long enough that I could possibly read them instead of just seeing these images flick by. So what are they going to do? Send up Radiant Greninja, I assume. And I'll make a few actions. I want to see if I can get another Palafin EX in play. So okay, I'm getting Iono. So this is where it all could fall apart on me. What was that? What was that? My Palafin, which was so he's still a Minior, and now he's I mean so my Palafin slash Minior went from the bench into my hand. So I don't know what's going on with the game. So Live is definitely bugged here. So Irida will get me so I need a Switch card, and I don't know what I need. This is very awkward here. Oh, actually this is okay, right? So grab. Oh, I don't have the other stage 1, so that part's not good. So I need a Switch and something else, right? I think it doesn't come together for me, unfortunately. I need a Pokemon. So let me grab Lumineon V, which gets me what I need next turn, right? This is okay. So I'm just kind of taking an off turn, but I should hopefully can win next turn. And let's see what Live does. That Palafin just coming into my hand magically is quite amusing. So I just end turn here. So up by 2 prizes. Could win, could lose. You know, not a guarantee. If you know, I don't know. So somehow the Palafin thought the Minior looks like a Palafin. It's all glitched out, right? The Palafin's just all glitched out. Because now on the bench, when I hover over it, it shows the Minior. You know, it came as one of the 2 cards when my opponent Iono'd me. It came into my hand though. So do I play? I've already used my supporter from turn, right? So that part's not ideal. So boss. So how do I want to work this? So I guess do I play Irida? I guess I'll Irida here. So I still can't. I don't think I want to play this Palafin, right? I think that will cause more glitching. Oh wait, I do have a Palafin in deck. Oh wait, what is this? Is this really a Palafin? Or not? I guess it is. Why isn't it showing up with the other cards there, though. All right, let's see what happens with that Palafin. Oh my, there's a big blank spot in the middle of my deck list now as well. That doesn't seem ideal. Okay, let me grab, I have Switch Cart, right? Okay, so let's play this Palafin. Right, this Palafin thinks it's a Palafin. I think it does. And do I swing into him this turn? I could. I'm just going to end turn here, I guess. I don't think because I can't double switch, so I'm just going to end turn here. My opponent didn't really do anything. Look, they can take a knockout still, but now I advanced my board state. Sorry with the game. Partly I'm getting a little, trying to understand what's happening with the game. I have one Palafin that is a Palafin. Looks like he actually is a Palafin. The way he came out of the deck, though, wasn't right. Because it should, Irida searches for a water Pokemon, right? And so the water Pokemon should all be grouped together. The water Pokemon are slightly broken up there, which isn't quite correct. I don't know if I have, actually, I don't think I have a Palafin EX, though, do I? In deck, I think my other Palafin EX is prized. One's in the discard pile. And obviously, if this Palafin EX gets knocked out, but look, I have the single prize Palafin in play, which means I could get a Rod and switching, and I could make it happen. I have that potential. So they're going to take out my... Okay, wait, what happened? Is he... Wait, how did how did my Minior, who looks like a Palafin, go from my hand to my bench? All right, so can I can switch card because he's a Minior that looks like a Palafin, so I can switch card on him. I send up the Palafin EX. Okay, it looks like the game, but he wasn't on my bench, right? I mean, he was in my hand, the Palafin / Minior, and I just take game. So, so I mean, just live is just, you know. So they've handed out this free deck, Palafin EX, and the glitches for Palafin are definitely not sorted out because I'm not, you know, that's pretty funny, right? So Palafin EX is definitely a lot of fun because you just don't know exactly what's going to happen when the game's going on. So anyway, Palafin, I'm not going to make a video on upgrading this deck at this point until they actually fix Palafin, because it's just not really worth playing when you just don't know what's going to happen. So you can play this build. I still don't think it's ideal. And you know, but honestly, do try it out just for giggles, right? Because it's just amusing what it does. You just don't know what's happening. So Pokemon, they gave us this deck for free, celebrating 1 year of live, and they give us the deck that the coders don't have the ability to actually implement in the game. And that's honestly pretty accurate summary of the state of Pokemon TCG Live. So take care, have some fun, play some Pokemon. Goodbye.